Hello guys, this is me Abu Bakr. Once again, I'm here to conduct an interview with my friend from Tunis, Mr. Bilal. How are you, Bilal? And could you introduce yourself?
Hi, Abubakar. How are you doing? Thank you for having me. Well, my name is Bilel. I'm from Tunisia, which is a North African country. We are located, between Libya and Algeria. We have borders with them, and we are close to Malta and Italy.
Amazing.
Our country called, my country called, country of 3,000 years of civilization. Many civilization passed by my country, like. Starting from the Carthage, Rome, and then Ottoman Empire and France. We got our independence, in 20th of March, 1956 from France.
Long and diverse history you have. That's amazing. So, how about the weather conditions right now?
Well, weather condition is always, we have a good weather, condition. But, recently in 10 or 15 years, because of climate change, we had, extreme weather, to be honest. We have, very hot summer and in winter, sometimes, cold winter.
This is the big problem. Whole world facing the climate change. When the winter season is on, that is so much cold. We can't survive outside, especially during the night time in the winter season. If the summer season is on, so that is the more heat up and boiling situations. And without AC, without fan, we can't survive outside. And that's really irritating the world. I think everywhere people are facing these kind of situations. I saw some news last month. Some of the Germans, Italians, people they moved to Norway for this summer season because they wanna enjoy that summer season in Norway because Norway is a quite good condition, especially in this summer season because that's all the time there is snow falling or a lot of snow or glaciers were there. Okay, let me ask you some question about your profession. What's you doing currently?
Well, I have, bachelor degree in English for international relations. I was, I worked in many jobs. I worked as international business developer, translator, what else? Director in a teaching center. And after COVID, I start, my teaching career as a teacher, part-time English teacher,
That's amazing. You have a lot of experience on different
By the way,
fields.
my dream is to work in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or maybe in one of the embassies of Tunisia, abroad. I'm working on it, actually.
That's
It's my
amazing.
dream job,
Uh,
related to my field of study.
I think you will get that very soon because you have a lot of experienced person. You perform your services in different fields, so definitely you will be get that so easy way. So in current situations, in current environment, how you spend your whole day?
Well, summer season for me is a holiday, I'm always, I'm always, either staying at home or reading books, having meetings like this one. Actually, besides, teaching, I'm a kind of teacher, English teacher, or maybe let's say English coach. I have, uh, I have Chinese, student, always, interacting with her,
Mm.
encouraging her, showing her the way how to say, how to, expand her knowledge in English language,
Mm.
something like that.
Oh, amazing. Well, that's more tricky job, and when you teach the Chinese student, because how you interact with them and how you call him with his name is so much difficult for us, and how you convey your message to him.
Well, I understand those students, I'm trying my best to, help her out, and express herself, with the, she even, helping herself by, these applications. And how to say, take it easy with her, by,
Okay.
every week we have new kind of topic to discuss, and let her expand her vocabulary, and speaking with her helping her to have new words, something like that.
Okay, amazing. Why did you study English and international relationship?
Well, from my teenage, I love, history and learning about the culture of the world and culture of countries. So, and I found it, that in international relations, you have to study about, history, about many things, like for example, Anglophone studies, cultural studies, something like that, and I read a lot, about these things.
Amazing. So let's move to our next question. So what did you like about the being a translator?
Well, I like it, when I use my native language, which is, Arabic, and use English, because my passion is, it's English language, and I'm how to say, professional in Arabic. It's my native language. Well, by the way, let me tell you about our Arabic. For example, I'm good in standard Arabic, which is, very well known because of the language of Quran, of course. But we have Tunisian Arabic, which is mixture of many words. We borrow, many words from different, languages, because we have, many, how to say, many who lived here in Tunisia. Like for example, French people, Italian people, Maltese people. So we borrowed many words from different, languages. So our Tunisian Arabic is a mixture of languages. We could
Okay.
say that.
So in one country, diverse people are living there or diverse culture are there. So definitely, that is response of these all the mixture. So definitely, if the language and people are using a different words in the one language, in Arabic word, if you move to every country, so they have different accents and different flow of way. I live in Dubai for 1.5 years. So Dubai Arabic is a little bit easy for me because easily I understand the words. They use a lot of English word or Urdu words and some other Hindi. So that is a little bit easy for me. I was familiar. But when I talk with some another person like Egyptian, they talk in front of me the Arabic. So that was a little bit tough for me. So I think every country have a different accent and the flow of way they speak. Yeah, they have a little bit of changes from the another country.
By the way, Abu Bakr, we here in Tunisia, we don't have any problem, to understand, people of Egypt when they talk their Egyptian Arabic, or even, people of the Gulf countries, because, here we have people who are living here, from these countries, and we also, watching many series, from the Gulf and from Egyptian, from Egypt, so we don't have this problem. But they have a problem in understanding our Tunisian Arabic, because it's for them, somehow difficult for them to grasp the meaning of many words from our, Tunisian Arabic.
Okay, that's why I told you if you're living in the diverse environments, definitely you pick a lot of another language words in your language. Okay, tell me about your country. What kind of people are living there? Like people visit to your country for business or for job, for job seeker, or they move just for the Italy. So what kind of people are moved to your country?
Well, my country is a tourist country. We have a very beautiful attractions, starting from these, historical monuments of Carthage, of Rome, and we have, one of the oldest mosques in North Africa, which is the mosque of Aqba ibn Nafa in Kairouan. It's one of the famous mosques, and we have also another one, which is, it's a Zaytuna Mosque. It's very famous one, and we have one of the oldest synagogues, maybe in Africa, and some people speak that it's, one of the oldest in the world. It's called Al Ghriba Synagogue. Many people, every year they come here, for Jewish people come here for what they call it pilgrimage, and it is very big, gathering of them. And we have also many churches here. We have those Abrahamic religions, and we peacefully coexist with each other, without any
Amazing,
problem.
amazing. Well, which language is important for tourists they visit to your country?
Well, here, we don't have a problem with languages, but maybe, it's preferable for them to understand French because, French is the second language for us,
Arabic is the first one.
beside Arabic, of
First.
course, yeah, Tunisian Arabic and then French because we were colonized by France. So, colonization and things like that.
Yeah, we are colonized from the UK, so that's why our second language is English,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and the third language is English.
Well, we have many languages. I could say third languages, like for example,
Okay,
Italian language.
okay. You didn't select anyone.
Lang-
You didn't select anyone. You just lot of languages: Italian, English, or maybe.
Maybe Italian. I could say Italian because we had a lot of Italians who lived here, even here in Tunisia, and we are very close to Italy.
Okay. Uh, I want to ask you some professional question about your professions. Currently, you moved to
Okay.
as a part-time teacher. So when you start your career as an English teacher, so what kind of challenges you face?
Well, especially in teaching, many levels, especially, those beginners who are struggling with the language, for them, it's the first time they, they encounter such language. So you have to explain to them, sometimes in Arabic language. So I could say, somehow difficult, but I cope with the situation, because of my career as translator, I don't have any problem, to explain for them, And, internet played an important role to find materials
Exactly.
besides books, because they have books, like Oxford books, something like that. And besides that, internet materials could help a lot.
Exactly. YouTube is our teacher, and ChatGPT is our new professor. Uh, Everything you ask the question, and especially on the voice communication, also the OpenAI launched the applications. You can ask you questions like a human. They reply you in voice communication. That's really fabulous. Well, as you told me, you have some Chinese students. So you teach him face to face or you attend online classes?
Course online because she's living in the province. I forget its name. Anyway, a province in China. Every
Okay.
Saturday, yeah,
Mhm.
every Saturday at 2 p.m. my time. We have this kind of class.
Yes, it's mean you are online teacher.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's amazing. How many students you have from China?
Well, to be honest, because of summer season, I have only one.
Okay.
I don't want to be overwhelmed by students and by classes because it's very hot here, so and I have family obligations from time to time.
Mm.
I choose always in summer season. I choose to be on holidays.
Okay, when you are get free, so that time you prefer teach students online. That's good. So, in your country, maybe surrounding your area, definitely there's a lot of tuition center or academy. You can go there, you join as a teacher.
Yeah, of course, of course. I told you, in teaching career, I taught in many teaching centers, in the capital city of Tunis. It's my passion, I go there whenever an opportunity present itself. I go for it. But summer season it's really difficult, under such harsh condition and extreme weather.
Okay. So could you tell me why didn't you join a Zoom meeting as a host?
Well, let me tell you this. It was, after COVID, outbreak, I attended, I remember that I attended, many Zoom meetings. And one of these meetings was, in a group called, Muffin Group, which, Masters of English. It's called Muffin Group. So at that time, I remember the first time, I attended, it was, many international learners, from different places, I still remember the first Zoom meeting at that time. And at that time, someone from Ecuador who hosted that meeting. And when I attended, I was very excited. I saw many people from different countries, like from Pakistan, from India, from Ukraine, from South America. At that time, I was, astonished. Wow, oh,
That
what
was
a great,
that was a incredible and surprising moment for you when you watch a lot of
yeah, absolutely.
diverse people from different countries. That's really interesting. By the way, I
Yeah.
never try as a host any meeting. A lot of my
We want
friends
you to be a
already.
host, Abu
A
Bakr.
lot of my
We
friends
want you
and
to be one.
yeah, exactly. I have
You
goal,
can do it. You
but
can do it.
I'm a little bit nervous because there's a lot of people from different accents, from different area, so it's tough to communicate with them and the one point in the same time. It's a little bit tough. So I think you have a lot of experience. So why don't try as a host?
Well, let me tell you this. When I attended that, meeting and became a member, in Muffin Group. So in the mid of 2020, I became a host. And till now, I'm hosting meetings from time to time, every week I have I host meetings, and I have,
But you
from
must,
different countries.
but you must have to set your goal and every weekend or on a Friday, if you have free schedule, you must have a set the goal. And I think every week, like 3 times, definitely is really
Yes, I have. I
fabulous.
told you. I
Yeah.
told you I
So
host
you
meeting
have,
and that
so you must
meeting.
have to share with me a link after the meeting. Share with me a link.
Of
Definitely, I will
course,
be join
without
there.
doubt, without doubt. And one more thing, I'm now, hosting meetings in one of the biggest, if you heard about this website, Line Club.
Hmm.
It's it's an international platform, where many international learners from different, countries, and I host every Thursday and Sunday.
So I think you was there yesterday on Ludmila class.
Yes, of course, and I
Uh,
saw you too.
I was there, but I was joined a little late, I think. So that was an amazing experience. Well, let me ask you some another questions about your career. So how do you stay motivated?
Okay. Well, I'm someone who is curious, and I read a lot, and I'm always, if I have the opportunity to read about something, and something which is, not clear for me, or I don't have knowledge of it, I go for it and I search, either by the internet or going to my books. I have here, a bookshelf. I have many books, English, French, Arabic books. Yeah.
So, okay, my next question is, as you told me in the beginning of the interview, your goal is working for the foreign affair. So why you choose
Absolutely.
that career for your future?
You know, for me, is my dream job to be there. It's my, how to say, my dream to, to work in this, field of, because it's of my study. I studied international relations, and I could say I have knowledge, about what's going on in this world, about IGOs, NGOs, things like that, because we studied a lot. I told you we studied about European studies, cultural studies, Anglophone studies, international relations, of course, translation, and some about English, about the British and American civilization.
Hmm,
We studied about it. Yeah.
exactly. So what do you think? Which language are so much important for them? for your future job, especially for the foreign office?
Let me tell you, English is an international language, and today, as we all see, we use English as a communication, as a language of communication. I understand that, I'm still, understand a lot about culture, about history of people, using English language. Without this language, I could say, it's quite difficult to understand about the world, about culture, about people, about traditions, So English is very important as a mean of communication, and a mean of, how to say, and something, that could build your knowledge, depending on it.
Okay, that's amazing. So what's your advice for those people, they are beginner in English language and they want to try to speak up and they want to learn the English language? So do you prefer just speak up or they focus on the grammar?
Well, let me tell you this. Grammar as a beginner, we could say, you could focus on grammar, but at the same time, you have to build, knowledge in, listening, because listening is very important. Listening to podcasts, listening to news, listening to, those books, they are existing in YouTube, some books, they're reading some books in English and they could listen to them. What else? Surrounding themselves with English. For example, their laptops, their Android phones, they should be in English and not in their native language.
Exactly.
What else? And, having, if you have the opportunity, go for, meetings, Zoom meetings, and interact with people. It's very important, practicing the language is very important. Grammar is theory, but, practice is very important to even, expand your vocabulary.
Exactly. Well, as an English teacher, your advice is really important. That's really wealthy or really productive for all the members that are watching my YouTube videos. So what's your memorable story or memorable moment in your life as a teacher?
Well, let me tell you this. I remember that one of my students, she was, very horrible in English, She didn't, when I was, teaching in one of the centers, teaching center, she came to me. She's one of the from high school, final year in high school. After that, she would go to university. She was very horrible at English. I told her, to stay focused, to concentrate. I told her, these key things about grammar, about listening, because they have listening as in reading comprehension section, they have listening. I told her some keys to apply and how to make a good topic in writing, those, keywords, those keywords, making a good introduction, making, topic, and those beginning words, like, for example, moreover, besides, something like that. And and how to conclude at the end. She got, a good mark. She was horrible. She didn't get, good marks always in English. But after my advice, she came to me and she thanking me for what I advised
Definitely,
her.
she appreciate you a lot of, because after your advice worked for her and she's taking a lot of marks in the exam. That's really amazing. Well, Mr. Bilal, I have just only 1 minute, maybe less than 1 minute for this show. So I just give you a few seconds if you want to wrap up this interview. Give me some advice for my channel in a few seconds.
I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity with you, Abu Bakr, and please keep on your amazing videos. I will keep watching them. By the way, I subscribed in your channel, and good luck and best of luck in your
Thank you so
channel.
much. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.